Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on the 2024-2025 NHL regular season, where there was lots going on. 82 games played by each team. Just so much happening in the whole season as a whole. There was so much that went down. But let's recap everything that happened in the last games of the season before the playoffs start on Saturday. Before we get into the games that happened today, there were 7 on the schedule. I was supposed to get 4 out of 7 in my predictions, according to my wife. But let's just talk about that quickly. I went 3 for 7 of what I posted online. I posted incorrectly. I had right here, I write down every prediction for every game. And I had, technically, if I went off of what I wrote down, I would have been fine. My punishment for not getting 4 out of 7 was that I can't wear a hat for all of the long weekend up until Tuesday. 4 days is what my wife said, I think. But horrible things have happened, ladies and gentlemen. I said the Flyers were going to beat the Sabres in my predictions. Right here, I have the Sabres circled. But the online lives forever. Online, you can't take it back. So technically, I went 3 for 7. So hats off to the NHL season. Hats off for me for the next 4 days or whatever the heck it is. And let's go over what happened in the NHL tonight. The Detroit Red Wings were in the city of Toronto, Ontario. The Wings were winning this game. But they did not win this game. They picked up a point, but the Leafs, they win 4-3 in overtime thanks to Scott Laughton picking up, I think, his first goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf at home. Up next, we got the Calgary Flames taking on the LA Kings, where I mentioned in my predictions that 4 players were going to make their debuts in the NHL tonight. Brustavich, Morton, Perek, and somebody else. Suniev. So those 4 players were going to be making their debut in the NHL tonight. They all did. And 2 of them scored in their first ever NHL game, Perek and Morton. So massive congratulations to them for scoring their first ever NHL goal. Absolutely amazing that the Flames could win out. They did everything they had to do to make the playoffs, but it just so happened that other teams screwed them over. The Carolina Hurricanes was another team that screwed me over in my predictions today. They lose to the Ottawa Senators 7-5. They were losing, then they were winning, and then they definitely lost. The Carolina Hurricanes aren't looking too good heading into the playoffs right now, but luckily they are facing the New Jersey Devils in the first round, who look even worse right now. So the Hurricanes might be gifted a second round appearance. The Senators, they score 7 goals in their final game of the season right before they play the Toronto Maple Leafs on Sunday in Toronto. Game 1, let's go Leafs! Another surprise in the NHL tonight. Like I said in my predictions, though, these games are wildly unpredictable. So me even posting a predictions was good enough. But the Lightning, they lose 4-0 to the Rangers. They head into the playoffs, the Lightning, on a bit of a slump. They lose 4-0. But the Rangers, they had nothing to play for either. So them scoring 4 goals is just whatever, really. The Penguins were taking on the Washington Capitals today, another game that I got incorrect. I predicted the Capitals to win their final game of the NHL season, and they did not. They lose to the Penguins 5-2. The last game of the evening that I had predicted was the Blue Jackets taking on the Islanders. I predicted the Blue Jackets to win their last game of the season, and they did. They did very handedly, winning 6-1 against the New York Islanders. And I just got to say, it's very impressive what the Blue Jackets were able to do for most of the season, staying in the picture until game 81 and just overcoming everything that they had to overcome in this season with the death of teammate Johnny Gaudreau, and just being able to maintain. They were supposed to be wildly out of the playoff picture at the beginning of the year, and they lived up to every hype so far that they had, and it's just extremely impressive what they were able to accomplish this season. So that is it. 82 games played by all 32 NHL teams in the NHL. It is playoff time, baby. It is playoff time. The playoffs start Saturday and the Leafs start Sunday. It's incredible. The playoffs are here. It's the best time of the year as a hockey fan. This is where all the games happen. Well, obviously all the games happen, but all the drama happens. There's so much that could happen in these playoffs. I honestly, stay tuned. I'm going to post playoff predictions tomorrow morning, but I think there was only one cut and dry easy prediction in the entire playoffs. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching these videos as they were coming out. Since December the 2nd, I posted my first video. So just thank you so much to all the people that started following along. If you are here, let me know. If you watched to the end of this video, let me know. If you want to see different things from me in these videos, let me know. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow.